Hello there, in this video we're going to build our select component for our design system, so let's go. Okay, welcome back to the file. So let's scroll down and let's just go and add a new page. So let's do it just here. Let's click on the plus and let's add in the select. Let's go to one of the other pages. I think I'm going to take the text field as the select is probably going to follow similar states. Let's take a copy of this and let's lock it again, go back to the select. Let's Command V, paste that in. What I'll do in the meantime is just draw out a test area here, and let me just drag this out here for now. Let's delete that out for the moment. Okay, and let's update the page. Okay, there we go. So the select component lets users choose from a list of options and can be adapted for different selection needs. Okay, so looking through our states quickly, we're probably going to need the placeholder, enabled, hovered, focus, disabled. Let's scroll down a bit more. We'll need the error and success, and I don't think we're going to need read-only, so let's delete that. Okay, moving over to our testing area, we're probably going to follow a very similar structure, so let me just option, click and drag. Let's just take the first one, which by the looks of it is placeholder, and let's just detach it for now. Let me just go in here and take a copy of our states, just so I can put these here and here. Okay, and another component that comes to mind is the sort selector. So let me just quickly grab that as well. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to go in, I'm just going to detach it, and what I'm going to do quickly is steal the icon slot inside it. I want to put this inside the input here, press Command V. I'm just going to change the size of it from small to large. Okay, I don't need that anymore, I'm going to delete that. Okay, what I'm going to do for the moment, on the icon slot, I'm going to press Shift A to create an auto layout, and that will be around the icon slot. I'm going to just go in here and I'm just going to put this as drop down. Okay, there we go. Okay, next I'm going to go to assets and I'm just going to type in phone. I want to take a copy of the phone number component. Go back to file so I can see my layers. I'm going to go in, and what I actually want to steal is the, let's see, the line. So Command C. I'm going to go inside here, inside the drop down, press Command V, and what I want to do is move that line to the left. And what we'll do is let's just apply some spacing variables. I'm going to set it to 4 pixels and I'm going to zero out everything else on the padding. I think I'm going to adjust the 4 to 8 just because it feels a little bit too tight. Okay, so let's delete that phone number component up there, and we're left with what we have at the moment. So we've got our label, we've got our description, we've got the input here, and we've got the feedback, and that all forms our select component. What we're going to do now is go through our list of states and create the relevant variants. Okay, let's move on to the enabled state. So let's grab a copy of this. Let's option, click and drag. Let's just go across here as a reference point to our text field. So I think the main thing that changes here is the text color. So we're using neutral 600. So let's go in here and let's change that. Okay, there we go, neutral 600. Let's option, click and drag. Let's go down to hovered. Now hovered is going to be sapphire 300 2 pixels. So let's just do that. Okay, great, that's done. Let's go down here, let's option, click and drag, go to focused. Now that should be neutral 900, so that's good. Let's update that. Okay, moving on to the disabled state, we just take a copy of the enabled. Okay, so let's start with the background. Let's click I on the keyboard, let's hold shift and click, and that's going to be neutral 50. And the text, let me just check what that is, neutral 100. So let's just change the text. Okay, great, that's done. Let's go in and apply neutral 100 to these elements as well. So let's go neutral 100. Okay, there we go. Okay, next let's move on to our error. So let me just take a copy of the enabled and let's just drag it there. So let's start with the background. So pressing I on the keyboard, let's hold shift and click. So that applies our error 50. And let me just go in and check what the border is. So it's 1 pixel and it's error 300. So let's do that. Okay, that's good. Let's go to the feedback message, and that's error 400. So let's do that one as well. Yep, that seems good. So let's option, click and drag, go to success, and let's go across. So let's select the input layer, I on the keyboard, shift and click. That takes the background, so success 50, and let's just go onto the border, which is success 300. So let's apply that. Okay, and then over to the feedback message, success 400, and let's apply that. Okay, great. So that is all of the states done and complete. Okay, what I'm going to do very, very quickly is go through and rename all the layers to the relevant state. Okay, that's now been done. Let's select all of these states and let's go up here to drop down and create multiple components, and let's combine them as variants. Okay, let's give the component a name of select, and let's just adjust these properties to states. Let's go into the settings and organize the states as well. Okay, good, that's done. Okay, let's click and drag this to our page here on the right hand side. And let's now press Shift A, create an auto layout, and let's just apply some spacing variables as well. Okay, let's just remove these elements from the testing area as well. Okay, let me just grab a text field component and let's just place it up there. Right, let's take an instance of, say, our placeholder. Let's option, click and drag, bring that out. So as before, we have our different states, so we can use the drop down and select the relevant state that we need. Let's go in and customize it further, similar to the text field component. So I want to add the description so I can toggle it on and off. So let's go into our component. Let's click in here and let's select the description. Let's click on multi-edit variants so it selects all the other instances across the components. And now let's go to appearance. Let's click here on apply variable or property and click on the plus. Okay, let's rename that to description. And for the moment, we'll keep it as true. We'll set that property and click on create. So now when we click on our component, we now have description, so we can toggle it on and off. Next, we want to do the feedback. So same again, let's click in on our first component on the placeholder state. Let's go to feedback, which is just there. So let's multi-edit the variants. So it selects all of the others. Let's click on appearance and let's click on the plus. Now let's type in feedback and click on create property. Right, let's click on our instance over here. So now we have description that we can toggle on and off, and we also have feedback. Okay, and the last thing that we want to do is let's go in and select the text, which is just there, and let's multi-edit variants to select them all. And next to text up here, let's apply variable or property, click on the plus. We'll leave the name as text and the value as text, and let's create a property. Okay, so now when we click on our instance, we now have the text, and now we can adjust that text to what we need. Okay, we've set up all of our states, we've set up our component properties. I think that's good. So let me just delete out these instances here. I want to go in and add an example section on how this component can be used. So let's go ahead and set that up. Okay, I'm just going to steal one of the rows from the phone number component. Let's go back to our select. Let's click into here. Let's paste that in. Let me just delete out what I don't need. Okay, let's add a sentence in here to our example. So just to read back what I've pasted, this example shows a select paired with an options list for choosing a single item. Okay, so let's take a copy of our component. Let's grab the focused, let's drop it in there. Let's just narrow this container a little bit because that is quite wide. And let's set that to fill. Okay, what we need next is the options list. So let's just type in options. Let's drag in a copy of that. Okay, let's reset this container so it's vertical, and let's do the space between as 4 pixels. Let's pop that options list beneath and let's set it to fill. And for the moment, I'm just going to turn off that feedback message so that options list is underneath. Okay, because the select is focused, I want to change the icon. So when we're seeing this options list, the icon will not be chevron down, it will be chevron up. Okay, there we go. Let me just add in option 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and that will just be an example. Okay, there we go. It's a pretty basic example, but it does show you how we're pairing the select with the options list and how you can then select a single item in that drop down. Okay, I'm sure in the future we'll have lots of other examples we can add to this page, but for now I think this is good. I think this is all we need from this component. Let's go ahead and let's tidy up the page. So first of all, let's delete our testing area. Let's go in here, and for starters, let's rename the page to select. And let's select that top level page and just double check for spacing, typography and color variables. Okay, I think everything looks good. So let's just lock that page. Let's go up to assets. Let's click on our libraries and let's go to publish. And now let's add some notes. Okay, let's click on publish. Okay, and now our select component is ready to use in our UI kit. Okay, let's go back to the research file and see what we can work on next. Okay, let's go into the wireframes. Let's just double check what we've got here. So I think everything is now done for the get in touch page. We have the various form fields. This from memory we were going to update to a select, so that's good. Got our text area, radios, our file upload, the notification banner here at the bottom. Okay, I think that's good. I think we can move on. Okay, let's move across to the next page. So this is going to be the checkout page. Okay, so let's have a look at the page and see what we've got. So we've got different sections. We've got radio buttons. We've got the various input fields that we already have. We have a select. We have this delivery section here. I think again this payment information similar to the other cards, that will be a select as well. We've got some credit card information. We do have a checkbox here, so I don't think we've done that yet. And then going up here we've got our basket, so we've got the image, some content here, the price, and then we've got this element here where you can increase or decrease the quantity. Then we have a discount code section, then a breakdown, and then a button to pay now. Okay, so I think in the next video, let's focus on a checkbox. This could be used across various different places, and if we expand these designs or design other things in the future, it will definitely come in handy. So yeah, in the next video, let's focus and we'll build a checkbox for our design system. Last couple of weeks been experimenting, so we've got a cap with the logo, which looks pretty good. Got some other things. So we've got a t-shirt, if I hold it up properly. Got the logo on it there. Kind of like this one better though. I think the grey and the black just looks a bit better. Well, maybe if I do that and not that. But yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. Stands out really well on the t-shirt. Who knows what will happen in the future, but I thought it'd be pretty sick to put these on some caps, on some t-shirts, just to see how they look. And yeah, it's pretty cool to have a logo mark for the channel. So there we go. Definitely need to break in this cap as it has like an air pocket in the top of it. Perfect. So yeah, wherever you are, have a great day, have a great week, and I will see you in the next video.